15 minutes from the height of the eclipse.
Well, welcome back to 628 Dirt Rooster for the second time today, where hobby beekeeping is still a way of life.
Okay, right this very minute we are at the very height, the peak of the solar eclipse for South Mississippi. There's my little Brinno time-lapse camera running on these hives here. I don't really see anything different going on right now. A lot of fanning. A little bit of washboarding, a little bit of hanging out, a little bit of bearding. They're still flying and they're still collecting nectar. And these right here are trying to get through the feed holes in these feeders. I'll give them a little something there, give them a little taste. So bumblebees and honeybees, really not acting any different as I can tell. These are love bugs. Some of you won't have a clue what these are. We call them love bugs. I'll let you guess why. It's kind of a little bit of a different look today. It's kind of dark, like it was really overcast, but it's not really overcast, so it's obviously darker than it should be. Started getting this way about a half hour ago. So the whole thing for us is supposed to be 3 hours long, 2 hours and 59 minutes or something like that, from the absolute start to the very absolute end of it. Just not seeing a lot of difference in these bees today. A friend of mine who's a commercial beekeeper texted me just a little bit ago, wanting to make sure I had screened in on my hives for today to keep the bees from getting lost when the sun went behind the moon. And I didn't have the materials to do it. So my fear now is that the bees are going to come out and look at the sun directly and go blind and not be able to find their way back. I think we're just going to take our chances. Fingers crossed. I'm out here walking back and forth in front of them, shading them as much as I can. But I know there's going to be casualties. I just have to wait and see how we turn out. Here's my view of the sun during the eclipse. I don't know if there's much chance of eye burn on that one. And here's the view through a welding shield. Not much to look at. Let's go find a busy one to pop a lid on. A little double stack here ought to do it. I don't have a smoker running, so I might be running in just a second. Everything's propylized real good right now, so I gotta ease it up. See that propolis standing up where I pried the lid up? They're behaving themselves pretty well. What do you say we pull a couple of frames and see how they act with that? Okay, I'm not gonna press my luck. I got one frame out with no smoke, no soot, no problems. Everything seems kosher. Sweat's running in my eyes. Other than that, everything's good. Oh, by the way, bees are really hungry this time of the year. So if you don't have a bloom going on around you right now, you better be feeding. Well, folks, there you have it. Partial solar eclipse really does nothing to honeybees. Still dark outside. We're about 25 minutes outside the height of the eclipse. And it's still a little dark, but I can't tell if that's from the cloud cover or from the eclipse. I'd say sun's peeking right there a little bit. I'd say it's a little of both, but nonetheless, I didn't see any difference. I just went into a hive with no soot, no smoke, and everything I can see, they're acting completely normal. I had to get in here and soak up some air conditioning. It's hot out there. Well, not much going on around here. Wasn't really looking for any one specific thing other than just to see if they were more aggressive or if they kind of laid down any, which neither. They were just as active as they were earlier this morning, and same temperament, no difference. I didn't really go deep into any hives. I pulled that one frame just to see how they responded when I pulled a frame, and got no out of the ordinary response there. And you know, it's hot out here today, and they're just acting just like they do on a hot day, hanging out on the landing board and on the front of the box. So I'm really curious to see how, and I hope some people will be uploading some videos about how bees responded when it went pitch black in areas where they got the full solar eclipse. Because we, you know, like I say, we didn't get it here. We got partial, just got a little dark. But in areas where it went pitch black, where we can't see the sun, a lot of time the bees know where it's at somehow. Even when it's a totally overcast day, you can't see the sun, and they use the sun to navigate with. So on days where it's overcast and there's zero visibility of the sun for us, they can still navigate by it. So I'm curious if when it got dark, if they kept flying or if that laid them down for a little bit. My bet would be that they settled down for a little bit, but we'll see. In that time-lapse video, I'm gonna let that camera run for another 2 hours, and I'll include that on the back end of this video.